Marquis continuing to fall behind hitters. And he had even the count, fighting back against Varitek.
A walk to Ortiz. And a 2-2 pitch coming to Varitek. Got him looking. Third strikeout for Marquis. One out in the fifth.
Good fastball freezes Varitek.
So Varitek will have a seat and Bill Miller will step up. Miller drew a walk with 2 on and 2 out in the third inning. That loaded the bases. Then it was 3-0 on Nixon. Trod Nixon hit a ball off the wall for a 2-run double. Strike 1 to Miller.
Yeah, that slope of the mound is supposed to be downhill, not uphill. Tonight, it's been uphill for Marquis.
Miller slices it foul. It's 0-2. 100 pitches already from Marquis. Meanwhile, Derek Lowe has thrown 38.
It's going to be a fastball.
And Miller fouls it.
It's a bad habit for a pitcher to get into when he says, yes, I want the pitch. No, I don't want it there. Yes, I want it there. Because the hitter can obviously see those 3 head shakes. Yes, no, yes. The only pitch you locate's a fastball. Miller all over it.
Another 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. Yadier Molina on the right. Jason Marquis on the left. Trying to fight their way through 5 innings. 3-0 Red Sox. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Miller. Jason Marquis, from the end of May through September 4th, won 11 straight decisions. On his way to his 15-7 record. There have been times this season where Marquis has been as good as anybody the Cardinals have had. The 2-2 pitch. Full count. Left-handed hitter on deck. Danny Herron, a guy who throws a forkball in the bullpen. Ready to go. This could be it for Marquis. 1 on, 1 out. Ortiz at first. He's running. Miller grounds to second. And Womack's only play to first. And the Red Sox stay aggressive. By starting the runner, they avoid the inning-ending double play. And now they have Ortiz at second with 2 out.
David Ortiz is not a fast runner, but the speed of the runner is not the determining factor whether you send him or not. It's up to the hitter to make contact. Bill Miller does that. Womack had an idea about going to second, but properly threw the ball to first base.
And now it's Nixon.
Red Sox are doing everything right, and the Cardinals are doing nothing.
Working our way toward a total lunar eclipse. Runner at second, 2 out. Nixon into left center field for Edmonds. On the move, the inning is over. And Jason Marquis is the first Cardinals starter to go 5 innings in this World Series, but the Red Sox lead 3-0.
We spend our whole day dreaming about what an ATM could be, what it should be. We're working on cash deposits at our ATMs, where you won't even have to use an envelope. You put the cash in, our ATM quickly scans, counts the cash, and totals it for you. I'm Dean Kirby. I'm a banker, and I'm proud to be part of Bank of America. Bank of America has more ATMs around the country than any other bank, over 16,000 of them, and we never stop thinking about how to make them better. We've already carved at least 6 seconds to have the basic transaction. Doesn't sound like a lot unless you think of yourself in a van full of kids like I do. We're also working on transfers and payments at our ATMs. Watch. From checking, take $60 and pay towards your credit card. Or from checking, move $100 into your savings account. We're working on that. Imagine this, depositing checks. Now you see it on the screen, and we print that image on your receipt. At Bank of America, we want each of our ATMs to be a mini Bank of America. A mini bank as good as any big bank we've built.
Bank of America, higher standards.
By America's founding fathers.
On November 19th.
You're treasure hunters, aren't you?
More like treasure protectors.
The clues are all around us.
The dollar bill's trying to tell me something.
And an adventure 2,000 years in the making begins.
You think there's a treasure map on the back of
The Declaration of Independence.
From Jerry Bruckheimer, producer of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Tell me what the next clue is.
Nicolas Cage. National Treasure, directed by John Turteltaub, rated PG.
One day you wake up and find a few hairs on your pillow. Next day, they're dribbling your head down the court.
Get V for Men Thickening Shampoo for up to 50% thicker looking hair for better scalp coverage. V for Men by L'Oreal Paris.
Trading Spouses is back, now on Fox Monday. Don't miss when this country gal has to deal with her new, sensitive California husband.
I need a hug.
Trading Spouses, meet your new mommy. All new on its new night at 8, 7 Central, Fox Monday.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and Derek Lowe has picked up where he left off in Game 7 of the ALCS. Pitching on 2 days rest. Lowe went 6 innings, allowed 1 run on 1 hit in that 10-3 clinching win at Yankee Stadium for Boston. First up is Jim Edmonds, who flied out to left back in the 2nd. Bottom of the 5th inning, 3-0 Red Sox. Edmonds lines it at Miller. 1 out. Nine o'clock here in the Central Time Zone, Busch Stadium, Game 4. The Red Sox up 3-0. And in the first inning, just like that, it was 1-0 Boston. Damon getting his first of this World Series, and in the 3rd, bases loaded, 2 out. Nixon bangs one off the wall. A 2-run double, and it's 3-0 Red Sox. Ball 1 to Renteria. Two 2-0. Derek Lowe has made himself a lot of money this postseason, pitching the way he has for the Boston Red Sox. A free agent to be. Breaking ball in for a strike, 2-1.
One scribe writing for a Boston paper said that Derek Lowe, in that last start against the Yankees, made himself at least $8 million. Might be right.
One team that might be interested is the team he beat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Yankees will be looking for pitching over the offseason. And word is they have money to spend. 2-2, the count on Renteria. Renteria playing in his second World Series. Takes ball 3 high. Cardinals have not had a base runner since the leadoff hit by Womack in the first. 13 straight retired by Lowe. The 3-2 pitch. Renteria into left center field. That ball's going to get down. Edgar Renteria will make it to second easily as Damon falls down. And it's a 1-out double.
A terrific piece of hitting by Renteria, who hits this ball one-handed. Slapped into left center field. Good play by Johnny Damon, who after he made the catch on one hop slipped. But Renteria with a double that Card fans hope can get the Cardinals going here in the 5th.
Their second hit. Mabry at the plate. And that gets no leather from Varitek.
That was a cross-up, it appeared.
Over to third goes Renteria.
Varitek will go out and talk to Derek Lowe. There's only been one guy on second all night. That was Tony Womack in the first inning, and that's when a catcher and a pitcher have problems. You can see that move to his right. He was looking for a breaking ball. He got the fastball. To say when you're looking for the local and you get the express, you're in trouble. So the Cardinals with a break.
Renteria at third, 1 out, 1 ball, no strikes on Mabry. Bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Boston. Mabry so far out in front of that pitch. 1-1.
It's what happens when a hitter gets a breaking ball and a fastball count.
That's strike 2. And Derek Lowe is hoping for his 3rd strikeout of the night. John Mabry is trying to put the Cardinals on the board. Mabry strikes out, I believe. He's out. Mabry thought he tipped the pitch and stood at home plate. Chuck Merriweather, the home plate umpire, said that the ball did not hit his bat. And Varitek picked up the ball, tagged him for the out. 2 out in the inning, and Tony La Russa is going to come out and argue.
Well, the thing was, it didn't appear that Varitek thought the ball tipped the bat either, because when he picked it up, he rather incredulously went over and touched Mabry, thinking that John perhaps should have run. Pitch is outside. Obviously, if he misses the ball, see, you can tell by the reaction of Varitek that he didn't think he tipped the ball. Mabry did, however. And he's a strikeout victim. That's a play where a home plate umpire can't get help on.
Mabry is still pleading his case, and now they're joined in the argument by Ed Montague, the crew chief.
I mean, Montague, though, the third base umpire, is not going to hear what Chuck Merriweather, who was 3 feet away from the foul tip, heard. And it's so imperceptible, you're not going to see something like that. Couldn't tell.
Too hard to tell visually. When we heard the audio replay, if he just ticked it, you couldn't hear it. And the strikeout, let's listen. very tough to tell, but obviously you can hear the ball hit the mitt. Molina now with the runner at third, 2 out. As the Cardinals ask the rookie for a 2-out RBI hit. A huge third strikeout for Derek Lowe. 1 ball, 1 strike. Varitek keeps it at the plate. Good play by the Boston catcher. It's 2-1. Molina during the regular season knocked home 15 runs. Molina here is either going to add to the frustration for the Cardinals in this 5th or give them a huge lift. Trailing 3-0. Runner at third. 2 out. 2-1 pitch. To the shortstop. Cabrera. Getting over. The Cardinals get the double. Get the wild pitch. Then the strikeout and a ground out. We go to the 6th inning of Game 4. Boston still shutting out St. Louis. It's 3-0.
Come on. Film and dog food for Badger in the Redwoods. $10. Bandana for Lost Dog in Napa Valley. $3.
It's your family, huh?
Dog bone in Fresno. $7.
How'd you get so lost?
Forgetting you're far from home. Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For your journey, there's MasterCard.
Do you see any spaces?
No, maybe lower.
Hey, Dad, there's a spot.
Now, let's see what's on the next level.
We should have parked on the street.
The 4-wheel drive 255 horsepower Pilot from Honda.
What would you do if you ever reached the end of the world? The end of the world.
He dreamed of conquering the world.
We could connect these lands to free the people.
He never imagined the power he sought would seduce him.
The young ones love you.
The gods have a way of punishing such pride.
And victories would cost him everything.
Too many have died!
Alexander, be reasonable!
Conquer your fear, and you'll conquer death!
Alexander, an Oliver Stone film. Rated R. Starts November 24th.
Why do we handpick only the finest barley and the most exceptional hops in the world? Because you handpick your beer. The perfectly balanced, pure, clean taste you won't find anywhere else. This is Budweiser. This is beer.
The World Series on Fox brought to you by Honda. The 4-wheel drive 255 horsepower Pilot built by Honda. By Nike and LeBron James. And by America Online. Want a better internet? You belong at America Online. Jason Marquis is pitching here in the 6th inning. And the Red Sox still lead 3-0. Marquis is set to lead off in the bottom of this frame. And he will pitch to Bellhorn, Lowe, and Johnny Damon here in the 6th. Strike 1 to Bellhorn. Mark has walked twice. Once unintentionally, once intentionally. One ball, one strike. Derek Lowe will follow. Bellhorn hit 17 home runs during the regular season. He takes a strike. It's 1-2.
To his credit, Jason Marquis, pitching against the current, has come back over the last couple of innings. Only one base runner for the Red Sox in the 4th and 5th innings.
Pitched around a leadoff walk in the 5th. As the count goes to 2-2, and at the moment there's no action for St. Louis in their bullpen. Certainly no action for the Red Sox in theirs. The way Derek Lowe is pitched. Marquis stopped himself. Bellhorn strikes out, 1 away. Let's go down to Chris Myers.
Joe, not just a father and son going to the ballpark. Red Sox fan. We have Ralph and Dave Taylor, teenager, and his friend out of school. You guys are missing school for this?
Yep. And I'm loving it.
You're a Red Sox fan. Are you from Boston?
I'm from Boston, and I can't wait to come back and brag about how I got to see the Red Sox win the World Series.
I hope your teacher's okay with that. Pretty cool that Dad brought you here. You know, you're setting himself up possibly for a lot of disappointment given the Red Sox history.
You know, I realize that it's a risk, but we decided to take it.
How long have you been a Red Sox fan?
Since his older brother was old enough to be a baseball player.
And how will you react if the Red Sox finally do win it?
I don't know. You know, I think we're not used to living without that shadow.
It's something you can adjust to. By the way, I'm not making this up, Joe. Ralph is he owns a waste management company in Boston. He's put up with a lot of garbage over the years, I'm sure.
Oh. 2 out, nobody on after Lowe bounced back to Marquis, who made a nice play.
Fine play by Marquis. Snow cones it. And underhands to get Low.
Damon takes a ball. One ball, no strikes on Johnny Damon, who got it started. The way the Red Sox have started each of the 3 previous games of this World Series with first inning run. And he lines one into right center field. That ball will go all the way to the wall, and Damon can fly. He will scoot around second, head for third, and make it with a 2-out triple. A homer and a triple tonight for Johnny Damon.
A fastball on the outer part of the plate that finds a lane in the outfield. And Damon makes it to third.
So now an RBI chance for Cabrera as Reyes gets loose. Big run sitting over there for Boston. Ball 1. Cabrera tonight 0 for 3. Kempner of the New York Times is keeping this statistic, and it is amazing. Against Cardinals starting pitching, the Boston Red Sox have swung and missed a pitch 16 times in 366 pitches. Man. So that's with foul balls, putting the ball in play. Only 16 times, 366 pitches, have the Red Sox swung and missed a pitch against the Cardinal starters. 2-0 is the count here on Cabrera. 2-1.
17 times.
2 balls and a strike. Cabrera with his 10-game hitting streak on the line. That ball came back over the outside part, 2-2.
Well, the point of that whole thing is that the Cardinals just do not have the power to combat the Red Sox. They may be effective, but it won't be with power.
Marquis just rearing back and throwing it as hard as he can. 93 miles per hour. It's still 2-2. Now Al Reyes has taken a seat. And it's only Ray King who needs literally a handful of pitches to get loose up in the Cardinal bullpen. A 2-2 to Cabrera. Popped up into right. Walker is there. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. 9-1-2 coming up for St. Louis, trying to live on past tonight. Down 3.
You have not made your selection in the time allotted. To review your choices, please. Invalid entry, please. Invalid entry. Invalid entry. Please try again.
Maybe I can help. I speak phone.
For Pete Moss, for maneuver. If you'd like. $2,083,000.42.
Okay.
Sometimes a small business owner needs to talk to a real person. The City Business Card, with real live small business specialists on the phone. That's a card you can count on.
Prepare yourself for an extraordinary evening. Perhaps the most innovative and energetic musical voice today. The genius himself, Mr. Ray Charles.
Experience the story of a lifetime. Ray. Rated PG-13. In theaters Friday.
It's far better to spend 15 seconds looking at this now than in 15 years wishing you had. Retirement, loans, insurance. AIG. We know money.
A memo went out. Did you get it? It's calling for an end to individuality. It says that movies should be formulaic. It demands a style be ordinary. And sedans, well, they should just blend in. No leather interiors or navigation systems or powerful V6 engines. Funny, we never got that memo.
First there was 1 blade, then 2, then 3. But 4 blades? Give me a break, right? Wrong. Schick Quattro has 4 blades and 2 conditioning strips, so you get an incredibly close, smooth shave. Schick Quattro, the power of 4.
The Red Sox win, and they're moving on. The biggest comeback in postseason baseball history.
Yo quisiera ser parte de ese equipo que alguna vez lo van a poner el nombre en roca aquí en Boston. I live for this.
Postseason means everything in the sport. I look forward to competing in front of that crowd. I live for this.
Welcome back. Our Budweiser fantasy player, Pedro Martinez, from last night's Game 3 start. His numbers outstanding. Log on to foxsports.com on MSN. Keyword fantasy baseball. Tonight's game brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. Marlon Anderson will start the bottom of the 6th inning as a pinch hitter. Likes to go after the first pitch as he takes a strike. And that's what Derek Lowe has done all night. He has not walked a hitter. He struck out 3 and allowed no runs on just 2 hits. And the bunt, easy play for Lowe. 1 out.
It's funny, the St. Louis Cardinals, who did not bunt at all or attempt to bunt against Curt Schilling, a guy with a bad ankle, have bunted twice tonight. One a sacrifice by Larry Walker in the first inning. And now Marlon Anderson tries to bunt for a base hit, unsuccessfully.
Tony Womack has one of only 2 St. Louis hits, the other by Renteria. The last inning was standing on third with only 1 out and didn't move. Womack takes a breaking ball low. Derek Lowe came to the Red Sox in 1997 with the man catching him, Jason Varitek, for Heathcliff Slocum. And you talk about getting mileage out of 2 guys. Lowe was a 21-game winner in 02, 17 wins in 03. This year down to 14, but Red Sox organization couldn't care less with what he's done in the postseason. 2-1 now on Womack.
A trade made by then general manager Dan Duquette. Theo Epstein, of course, the general manager now. Done a remarkable job.
Womack flies into left center for Damon. 2 outs. Here's Derek Lowe talking about coming to the Red Sox and his life in the big leagues to this point.
Neither one of us had any idea what we got ourselves into when we came here. You know, the city of Seattle and the city of Boston are 2 different cities, but you know, we both have really enjoyed it. I know we're both free agents at the end of the year, and you know, we really try to enjoy this and you know, hope to stay here for a long time.
He's a free agent at the end of the year, as is Varitek. Larry Walker takes the ball up and away. 2 out, nobody on here in the 6th. 3-0 Red Sox. One ball, 1 strike. Again, after a leadoff hit in the first inning by Womack, Walker bunted Womack down to second. So he took the bat out of his own hands, and then Pujols grounded out. Rolen did the same. The Red Sox carried that 1-0 lead. Now it's 3-0. And the count goes to 2-1 on Walker. Commissioner Bud Selig is here, enjoying Game 4. That's wide, 3-1.
The Cardinals need for something dramatic to happen in a hurry. They have only 10 more outs in regulation with which to work.
A 2-out walk brings Pujols to the plate. Who else would these Cardinal fans want to come up needing something to happen in a hurry? 1 on, 2 out. Strike 1, good pitch. Oh, 2.
Pujols struck out the last time up on a curveball way out of the strike zone. I would look for Varitek and Lowe to try to do that again.
Varitek sets up out there, and they do. This time Pujols lays off, 1-2. And now Lowe wants to talk about the strategy with Pujols up. The Cardinals could jump back into this game with 1 swing. 2-2. Now 1 RBI for Albert Pujols in this World Series. Lowe reacting with that pitch. It was called outside or low, thinking he had. Pujols struck out to end this threat in the 6th.
That was a tailing fastball that Lowe tried to wrap back on the outside part of the plate. Wanted it, didn't get it.
So an 0-2 count has become a 3-2 count. And Ortiz comes over to join the meeting with Varitek and Lowe. And it's Ortiz with the last words before going over to presumably play behind the runner, Larry Walker at first. Pujols pops it up into shallow center. Out goes Bellhorn, the second baseman. Derek Lowe has pitched 6 shutout innings, and he just took care of Albert Pujols in a key spot after the 2-out walk. Still 3-0. The Red Sox on top. 7th inning now. Back after this from your local Fox station.
Fox 13 News is on deck and will air immediately following tonight's ballgame. And don't forget, the 10 o'clock news will be off the bench and back in the lineup right after the World Series. It's not just baseball. It's the World Series on Fox 13.
I'm a 4-truck man. That's all I drive. I ain't got no boundaries. I don't compromise. Ain't no doubt my king of the mountains built for tough.
During truck season, your King of the Mountain comes with clearance cash, cashback, and a no-charge tow-and-go package for $57.45 in total savings on Super Cab. And on Super Crew, the package savings, clearance cash, and cashback amounts to $52.45 in total savings. See your Southern Ford dealer today.
What you're about to hear is unimaginable. Liberal lobbyist Jan Schneider is now attacking Katherine Harris for doing her job. While Katherine was working for Homeland Security and hurricane funds, Schneider created her own storm, demanding an audience, attacking heroes. Schneider favors raising taxes, lowering our defenses, and socializing medicine. Now, she's attacking Katherine Harris for doing the job we asked her to do. When's it going to stop?
I'm Katherine Harris, and I approve this message.
PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors. Effortless hurricane protection.
When it's finally quiet, here's the choice. President Bush and congressional allies. Strong leadership to protect America. Tax relief. Common sense health care. Strengthen and protect Social Security. John Kerry and liberal allies. Higher taxes. Voting to tax Social Security benefits. Government-run health care. A record of slashing intelligence and reckless defense cuts. Alone in the booth, why take the risk?
I'm George W. Bush, and I approve this message.
We're into the 7th inning now, 3-0. The Boston Red Sox are on top, and I think it's easy with all the drama around Curt Schilling and the start last night by Pedro Martinez to overlook what Derek Lowe has done, and considering what he did against the Yankees, really in 2 starts, but predominantly in that Game 7 start and what he's doing tonight. He is as big a reason why the Red Sox are this close to a World Series title.
In 3 starts, he's worked 18 innings, 17 2/3 actually. He's given up 2 runs. In 2 games against the Yankees, a shutout against the Cardinals tonight over 6 innings.
Dan Herron takes over. Here in the 7th inning, and Manny Ramirez first up takes a strike from Herron. 3-0 Boston. Ramirez is walked, singled, flied out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hard to believe Derek Lowe was in the bullpen the first 2 games of the American League Championship Series.
He was the pitcher of record in the clincher against the Anaheim Angels when Ortiz hit the 10th inning home run. 2 balls and a strike now on Manny Ramirez. He made the Game 4 start, kept his team in the game, and then made the Game 7 start. And now tonight, the Red Sox try to sweep. Here's a 2-1 to Ramirez. 2-2. You talk about the power in the Cardinal rotation. Danny Herron is the one guy coming out of the bullpen that has that power type stuff with a fastball and splitter that can get swings and misses.
Yeah, Danny Herring and Jason Isringhausen, they're 2 power guys.
Here's a 2-2. Ramirez went 1 out. Our Bank of America higher standards. The performance of Derek Lowe. Game 7 against the Yankees. Getting hugged, 6 innings. 1 run on 1 hit. And then tonight, he has been nasty. He's made very good hitters look off balance and out of whack. With 1 out and nobody on, here is David Ortiz. Ball 1 low. Ortiz a double. He got the 2-run rally kicked in after the single by Ramirez back in the 3rd. It was 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Bases loaded with 2 out, and Nixon delivered. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals in the 7th inning will have Rolen, Edmonds, and Renteria. Two and 1. Ortiz grounds to first for Pujols. 2 out. There were some after the NLCS with the way Dan Herron pitched out of the bullpen and the way some of the Cardinal starters performed in that series. They thought Danny Herron had earned a start. And looking back on Jason Marquis' night, he really struggled through the first 3 innings, persevered. Ended up going 6 innings, allowing 3 runs on 6 hits, but he did walk 5, 1 intentionally. While he was pretty good, so far Derek Lowe has been great. Ball 1 down and into Varitek. Varitek hits 1 into left center field. Well hit. Edmonds on the run. Still going at the track to end the inning. Top of the 7th inning is history. Red Sox trying to make history here tonight after doing so in the ALCS against the Yankees. We will stay here at Busch Stadium for God Bless America.
Dugout. The founding member and voice of Creed, and now a solo artist. He has sold over 30 million records. He's here tonight to honor our servicemen and women around the world by singing God Bless America. Please welcome Grammy Award-winning artist Scott Stapp.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountain mountains, to the prairies, to the oceans, white with fall. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Competition. Bad for them. Great for you. Finally, a new choice in domestic shipping. DHL.
I didn't see that coming.
The half-ton Silverado has better resale value than Ford or Dodge. That's why it's the right truck. The official truck of an American revolution.
Let's face it, if you're still getting up to change the channel, it's time to update.
Walmart has everything that you need. They've got all kinds of electronics, no diggity.
The home entertainment department at Walmart is huge.
Sony, Panasonic, RCA, Philips, low prices, that's why we come here. And when you see the little bouncy ball, they're rolling back prices here. Hey, you can come over to my house and watch movies, but I'm heading to Brooks.
My system is the bomb. If I just find him in my house, and I might ask a few questions. What movie is this?
What are you doing in my house?
Shop at Walmart.com, too. Instead of keeping up with the Joneses, people are trying to keep up with you.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah, we're members, and we just had some ideas how to make the internet better.
Okay. Excuse me, there are some members here to see you.
Oh, great. Which ones?
Looks like all of them.
At America Online, when any one of our members has an idea to make the internet better, we listen.
We're gonna need some more chairs.
Yeah. Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
The World Series on Fox, brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet? By the new Chevrolets, 10 new cars and trucks in 20 months, an American revolution. And by John Hancock, official sponsor of Major League Baseball. The St. Louis Cardinals have 9 outs left with which to work. Facing Derek Lowe, Doug Mientkiewicz takes over at first base for David Ortiz as Terry Francona improves the defense. And Scott Rowland is first up, still hitless in this World Series. 0 for 2 tonight, 3-0 Boston. Bronson Arroyo, the right-hander. Alan Embry, the lefty, getting loose. Rowland is grounded out to the pitcher and fouled out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Normally, for a team that led the National League in runs scored, overcoming a 3-run deficit in the last 3 innings, not that big a deal. But it is now with the way Lowe has been working and with the fresh arms that the Red Sox have in their bullpen.
Two balls and a strike. John Henry, who grew up a Cardinal fan. In the middle. Principal owner of this Boston Red Sox team. Here's a 2-1. 2-2. Rowland checked his swing. It's a full count.
He almost went, but not quite.
Roland pops it into center field. Easy play for Damon. 1 out. Here's Jim Edmonds. Edmonds 0 for 2. Hit the ball hard his last time up, but lined out to third. Into center field. Damon coming on. 2 out. Our game summary is brought to you by John Hancock. And so far for Derek Lowe, 6 2/3, no runs, 2 hits. Johnny Damon a leadoff home run. Trot Nixon with a 2-out 2-run double. The Red Sox starters games 2 through 4, no earned runs in 19 2/3 innings. That's Schilling, Pedro, and Derek Lowe. 31,458 days since the Red Sox last won the World Series. 1918. One ball, 1 strike on Renteria. Renteria's on with a 2-out hit. It has been 86 years since 1918, the last time the Red Sox won the World Series. Vitamin C, penicillin, and polio vaccine not yet discovered. U.S. population 106 million. It's 281 now. Average life expectancy 54 years. 77 now. Women did not have the right to vote, and the NFL and the NBA did not exist. As Mabry grounds that one foul.
The Boston Globe in 1918 cost 2 cents. A quart of milk was 14 cents. Bread was 8 cents a loaf.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The Great Depression was 11 years away.
And for our younger viewers, kids, there was no reality TV back then.
No TV of any kind.
That's right, but no reality TV. 1 on, 2 out, no balls, 2 strikes on Mabry.
Yeah, the reality was there was no TV.
That's right. 1 ball, 2 strikes on John Mabry.
Baseball was not heard over the airwaves until 1923.
Renteria stealing as Mabry strikes out, and the inning is over. We go to the 8th inning. Are the kids staying up in New England? You bet. Moms and dads not worrying about school tomorrow right now. The Red Sox 1 win away from a World Series victory.
I don't want to get married to a boy. Feel weird. Their parents start crying in the aisles, and they make a big scene, and then there'd be a river of cries right in the middle of the aisle, and everybody would start crying. I just prefer a wedding dress.
Introducing the 300 horsepower Acura RL. with voice-activated technology and the world's most advanced all-wheel drive. It shifts power to exactly where you need it for dramatically improved handling in all weather conditions. The road will never be the same. The all-new Acura RL.
Hello.
Yo.
Where are you?
I'm in London. Where are you?
We're in Paris. Thought you were in Tokyo.
Thought you were in Boston.
Change of plans. What's up?
Change of plans. We need to reroute the shipment.
New terms?
New terms, new specs, new schedules.
Show me.
There you go.
Change of plans. Okay, will do. See you in New York.
Change of plans. See you in L.A.
Au revoir.
Sayonara.
So what's up? The usual.
When change is part of the plan, that's on-demand business from IBM.
You guys on the road a lot? Yeah. Send your wives pictures with Sprint PCS Vision picture phones. Show them you're working hard. Show them your pretty face. Show them that prize bull. Check it out.
More people use Sprint PCS Vision picture phones than any other to easily share unlimited pictures. Now at Sprint stores, buy one starting at $29.99.
Just point and shoot.
We know how to do that.
Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
On November 5th, the creators of Finding Nemo reveal a side of superheroes you've never seen before.
Honey, dinner!
Maybe just a salad. Disney presents a Pixar film, The Incredibles, rated PG.
Sunday, November 7th. These Ivy League hotshots think they're competing for a dream job with an obnoxious billionaire.
You're short. I think I can kill you.
But it's all a hoax. And we're taking this con to another level with a twist so outrageous.
I am an actor.
So maniacal.
The real boss?
So wrong.
It's behind those doors right now.
Even we can't believe we thought of it.
Is this for real?
Did we just take 6 weeks out of our life to make jackasses out in this house?
My Big Fat Obnoxious Boss premieres Sunday, November 7th.
Bill Miller leads it off and takes a strike on the outside corner from Dan Herron. 8th inning underway. Miller, Nixon, and Bellhorn for the Red Sox, who lead this series 3-0 and this game 3-0 since the 3rd inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. A run in the first and the home run by Damon. 2 runs in the 3rd inning on the 2-out, 2-run double by Trot Nixon, and that is it. As Isringhausen, the closer for the Cardinals, who has not appeared in this World Series, gets loose. Miller lines a base hit into right field. And Bill is on to start the 8th inning. On for the 2nd time tonight.
Come on, Bill.
Between innings, after Derek Lowe got out of the bottom of the 7th, Pedro Martinez with a big bear hug for Derek Lowe. 2 guys who could potentially be elsewhere next year. Here comes Dave Duncan out to talk to Dan Herron. You look back at the heartache for the Boston Red Sox. 1946 World Series Game 7 in the Mad Dash. Enos Slaughter scoring all the way from first with Johnny Pesky, the relay man. 1978, the 1-game playoff and the Bucky Dent home run over the Green Monster of Mike Torres. Nixon rips one down toward the right field corner. Miller will dig for 3rd. Dale Swain will hold Miller at 3rd, and it's 2nd and 3rd, nobody out.
So Trot Nixon with his 3rd double of the night. If the Cardinals do make a pitching change, it would have to be a double switch because the pitcher is hit batting 2nd in the bottom of the 8th inning. So it will probably be Reggie Sanders in left field and Jason Isringhausen coming in the game, with Sanders batting in the 9-hole.
Trot Nixon is relieved for a pinch runner. Gabe Kapler comes in. Isringhausen is coming in. Sanders coming in the double switch. 8th inning, and the Red Sox looking to add some more.
She had her license for 45 minutes.
And 2 accidents in less than 10 seconds.
2. I'm State Farm Agent Kevin Weber, and this is a true story.
Yeah, I was scared. I didn't want to call my parents.
I called her parents.
He really treated her like she was his own daughter.
I handled her claim and gave her a few pointers.
A lot of pointers.
A lot of pointers. Any insurance company can promise you a good price, but nobody takes care of you like State Farm. We'd love to prove it to you. Call an agent today, like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
People know the Touareg is rugged, but what they might not know is that it's also luxurious. Luxurious. Rugged. Luxurious. Rugged. Rugged. Luxurious. Luxuriously rugged. The Touareg. Ruggedly, luxuriously, rugged. Now the SUV that does it all for less than you'd think. Get the critically acclaimed 2005 Volkswagen Touareg for just 1.9% APR. But hurry, it's only for a limited time.
See you Monday.
Not me, pal. I'm going on vacation.
We DHL'd it this morning. It'll be home before you are.
So I said, reliability. What am I, DHL?
So, how's your vacation?
Competition. Bad for them, great for you. DHL. Now bigger, better, and in more places than ever.
Shrek and Donkey on another whirlwind adventure.
Coming to DVD Friday, November 5th. It's the #1 comedy of all time. And it's the one movie you gotta own.
Break it down!
And now Shrek 2 has an all-new surprise ending. Far, Far Away Idol. Buy the DVD Friday, November 5th.
Chew toy for lost dog in Colorado, $5.
Get yourself lost.
Silk doggy bed for trip across Kansas, $200. Bubble bath in Jefferson City, $15. Coming home after a long trip, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For your journey, there's MasterCard.
One of the only things that's gone wrong for the Red Sox since October 17th, a misfire on the high five from Kapler coming in to run for Trot Nixon. October 17th, the night of that 19-8 Game 3 drubbing by the Yankees in the ALCS. Since then, the Red Sox have won 7 straight, and if they make it 8 tonight, they'll win the World Series as Isringhausen takes over, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. Bellhorn up, infield in. Already 3-0 Boston here in the 8th. Ball 1. Bellhorn struck out tonight. He's been walked twice. Infield is in. Bellhorn. 1 ball, 1 strike.
How telling is it when it took the Cardinals 34 innings in the World Series to get their closer in?
Bellhorn trying to put the ball in play. Miller, the runner, at 3rd. Kapler on at 2nd. Bellhorn takes high. It's 2-1. Bellhorn has had trouble putting the bat on the ball this season. Set a club record with 177 strikeouts. A lot of strikeouts early in this postseason. But he has changed that, putting the ball in play much more. Count in his favor, and now it's even, 2-2.
He's elevated his game just like the rest of the Red Sox have over the last 8 days. Should say 8 games.
Just about 8 days.
Yeah.
It's been almost non-stop. Isringhausen's 2-2 pitch to Bellhorn. Wouldn't go after it. Full count. Bellhorn hitting .300 in this World Series with 1 home run, 4 RBIs. That'll load the bases. And Kevin Millar will come off the bench to pinch hit for Derek Lowe. And Pokey Reese will come out of the dugout and run for Bellhorn, stay in the game, and play second base. It is all falling right for the Red Sox, even getting these guys on. They improve their speed on the bases, and then they'll leave Kapler and Reese in the game to improve the defense when they take the field in the bottom of the 8th. What will the score be? Right now, that's up to Millar and Isringhausen.
Well, the Cardinals forced to play their infield in. Any ground ball on the infield, they're coming home.
Ball 1. Derek Lowe, 7 innings, no runs, 3 hits, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. A 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. If Derek Lowe gets a decision, he will have won all 3 clinchers for the Red Sox. The win over Anaheim, Game 7 at Yankee Stadium, trying to win tonight. 2-0 pitch. 2-1.
Good fastball. A cutter from Isringhausen. Isringhausen, normally not a guy who throws a lot of ground balls. He needs one at an infielder right here.
On 2-1, bases loaded, nobody out. Millar, big rip, fouls it back. Two and 2. Isringhausen needs a strikeout. Red Sox trying to pile on. 1 out. Bases loaded for Johnny Damon.
Isringhausen gets a strikeout. Now I think the infield will remain in because the probability of doubling up Johnny Damon remote. He's too fast.
Isringhausen, a career high 47 saves. That tied him for first in the National League. Right now trying to keep the Cardinals in this game and in the World Series. Damon grounds to the right side. Pujols throws out. What a play by Albert Pujols. 2 out. What a throw.
It's sensational play by Pujols. He's the only guy who can get to the ball. Womack couldn't range that far to the left. Watch this throw. Right on the money, across his body, from his view. Oh, what a play.
That is twice tonight. Pujols has thrown out a runner at the plate, this time a force out.
The key thing, again, about that play is if the ball gets through Pujols, then Womack might make the play, but the time that elapsed would allow the runner to score. His only play would have been to first base.
Now it's Cabrera, bases loaded, 2 out. Cardinals looking for a lift, and Isringhausen trying to provide it. smothered by Molina, ball one. St. Louis in the bottom of this eighth. Molina, the scheduled leadoff hitter. Then Sanders, then Womack. The big bats for St. Louis will come to the plate before the end of the night. And Bronson Arroyo, it appears, will take over in the bottom of this eighth. Two 2-0 on Cabrera. Too late, and it's 3-0 on Orlando Cabrera at the plate.
Pujols trying to go behind Johnny Damon, but in the process, Isringhausen falls way behind Cabrera. He may take 2 fastballs.
On 3-0, 3-1.
Taking all the way.
Back toward us. Isringhausen took over with runners at second and third, nobody out, and walked Mark Bellhorn. That loaded the bases. Then Millar struck out. Damon bounced into the force out at the plate. And now it's a full count on Cabrera. Cabrera up there battling. Do you get the feeling this could be a knockout blow on the part of the Red Sox? Or the Cardinals will charge off that field thinking they still have a chance. Good at bat by Cabrera.
He has had 3 solid swings after running the count to 3-2.
Think of the little ones. Life insurance, loans, retirement. AIG, we know money.
You think you're super bad? I'm super bad. You ain't got no game, brother.
Get
Get ready for a whole new kind of Dodge. Introducing the all-new Magnum SXT with a 3.5-liter high-output engine and all-speed traction control. Open it up and find a tri-fold cargo floor, unique access liftgate, even a powerful Boston acoustic sound system. Dodge Magnum SXT, a whole different ride. Velocity meets... You don't get better. At your Dodge dealer.
What I seek every single day is perfection. I want you to guess how many checks we process each day. Try more than 40 million, more than any other company in America. But what's truly impressive is the accuracy with which we take care of them. I'm Lance Drummond, I'm a banker, and I'm proud to be part of Bank of America. If you weren't a perfectionist, you couldn't do this job. One error in a million is simply unacceptable. So at Bank of America, we customize our own equipment. We engineer our own software, create our own quality control systems. To us, this is like an assembly line that is mission critical, meaning 0 defects. This isn't about processing nearly 11 billion checks a year flawlessly. It's a matter of accurately handling one single check and then repeating it 11 billion times.
Bank of America. Higher standards.
The World Series on Fox, brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. By Bank of America, higher standards. And by DHL, we move the world.
In your eyes, like the heat, I am complete. I see the doorways to 1,000 churches and resolution.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Pokey Reese is in the game at second. Gabe Kapler is in right field. And the new pitcher is Bronson Arroyo. Second appearance of this World Series, and he starts Cedeno with a strike. Cedeno batting for Molina with Reggie Sanders on deck, and then Womack. One ball, one strike.
Arroyo with the sweeping breaking ball, very effective against right-handed batters. The left-hander Embry, the right-hander Mike Timlin.
Cedeno in the hole, 1-2. 3 out of 11 this postseason is Roger Cedeno. Terry Francona showed a lot of confidence in Bronson Arroyo in the ALCS. Pitched him in Game 1 of this World Series, now back, leading 3-0 in the 8th inning of Game 4. And that caught the home plate umpire, Chuck Merriweather.
Looked like it hit the right shin guard of Chuck. Umpires do wear the shin guards underneath their pants with the hard-toed shoes. Flexibility not a problem for the umpires behind home plate, not a necessity, I should say.
Jason Varitek back to the plate, trying to buy some time for the pain to subside for Merriweather. And games 2 through 4, from Schilling to Martinez to Derek Lowe. Look at the bottom line. No earned runs in a combined 20 innings against the top offense in the National League during the regular season. Cedeno pops it up. It's Pokey Reese, 1 out. So the leadoff man is gone for St. Louis, and Reggie Sanders trots to the plate. lot of energy over in that Red Sox dugout. Lowe is probably sweating more and bouncing around now more than he did the first 7 innings. One ball, no strikes on Sanders. Foul. 1-1. You think about how the Red Sox got here, having to get hot and stay hot down the stretch as the wild card representative from the American League. You go back 2 years ago, Anaheim was the wild card. They won the World Series. Last year, Florida, the wild card. They beat the Yankees in the World Series. The 1-1. Strike 2 from Arroyo. Cardinals ran away and hid in the Central Division. Beat Houston by 13 games. Got a chance to rest players down the stretch. The Red Sox had to stay hot. And they have, for the most part, remained hot. They took care of Anaheim in 3 straight. They fell down 3 games to none to the Yankees, but they've won 7 straight since then.
Yeah, everything's been straight. They won 3 straight, lost 3 straight, won 7 straight.
A 2-2 pitch. Ball 3 to Reggie Sanders. The next spot in the Cardinal lineup is Womack, the left-handed leadoff hitter, then the lefty Walker. The left-hander Embry is ready in the Red Sox bullpen if they want to go that way. Depends on what Sanders does. He walks. And that'll be it for Arroyo. We'll take a break. Embry, the lefty, is coming out of the pen. Womack and Walker coming up.
Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State as we profile the Sooners' out-of-this-world freshman Adrian Peterson and his surge to the front of the Heisman race.
They went to planet Mars and got a guy named Adrian Peterson.
Okay. Get as far away as you can. The 4-wheel drive, 255 horsepower Pilot from Honda.
There's a power so awesome, so irresistible, you'll do anything to get your hands on it. Introducing Gillette M3 Power. Turn on the first battery-powered shaving system from Gillette and turn on the amazing new Power Glide blades. Micropulses raise the hair so you shave closer in one power stroke. Feel the power of the world's best shave. For maximum power, change the battery every 6 months. New M3 Power from Gillette.
Fox Wednesday is the only place to see new episodes of That 70s Show.
You will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of my imagination.
Then, the quintuplets get a taste of college life.
Naked, locked in a car trunk. Man, college is awesome.
And attention, parents. Had enough? It's Nanny 911 to the rescue. All new episodes start 1 week from tonight on Fox.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Alan Embry is the 3rd pitcher of the night. Lowe went 7. Arroyo 1/3 of an inning. And now as he looks in, Embry does, to the home plate area. He sees Hector Luna digging his way in instead of Tony Womack. So Tony La Russa goes to the right-handed hitting Luna. A Rule 5 draft pickup from the Indians organization. And Womack, the experienced postseason player, is out. Interesting move, 1 on, 1 out. Strike 1.
Cardinals here in Game 4 of the World Series trying to do what the Red Sox did to the Yankees in Game 4 of the American League Championship Series.
What a jump by Sanders. And Embry was watching him take second the entire time.
Well, you accomplished 2 things there. He sees you running. A huge risk on Reggie Sanders' part. Not only do you get second base, but the pitch is a ball to Luna.
So Sanders walks and steals second. Now a 1-1 count on Hector Luna. Two balls and a strike.
Orlando Cabrera out there to talk to Embry, and I think what he's telling him is we're going to be playing back. We're not going to fool with Reggie Sanders. You have a 3-run lead in the 8th inning. If he's thinking about stealing third, we're not going to be close. And you can see Pokey Reese backing way off at second base. Same with Cabrera.
The 2-1. 2-2. Here's a guy, Hector Luna, who's 24 years old. Never played higher than Double-A baseball. Last year was at Akron, hit .297. This year with the Cardinals in part-time duty, hit .249. Started only 37 games all year, and he's up one of the most important at-bats in 2004 for Tony La Russa. Two out. And Larry Walker will be the hitter, and Tony La Russa, I'm sure, will be asked about the decision to lift Womack with all of his postseason experience, even with a left-hander on the mound in Alan Embry.
Embry with 5 straight fastballs to get Hector Luna. Nothing fancy about Alan Embry. I don't think any of the Cardinals will see any breaking balls from Embry. All heat.
Larry Walker now. Strike 1. So you know, Womack in his career 1 for 7 against the left-hander Embry. Larry Walker 3 out of 6. Timlin getting loose with Pujols on deck. If Pujols bats in this 8th inning, he'll represent the tying run. Walker fights it off, pops it up. Cabrera, 8 innings complete. 1 more inning to go. Red Sox leading 3-0.
Yeah. I want the money Busch's 11 stole from me, 160.
Take him in the top 7 or 8, really, and he might put up those numbers. Ken in Massachusetts, who would be the better option?
Cannot be done.
Hey, can I ask you something? It's not in my nature to be mysterious. But I can't talk about it, and I can't talk about why.
Ooh. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, December 10th.
Gotcha! That was a good one. Honey, did you get it? I got it!
What would you do on your own private island? Check your mail for the Capital One No Hassle Island Giveaway. You could instantly win your own island for one of hundreds of island getaways.
What's in your wallet?
The Honda Odyssey has long been called the best vehicle in its class. All the more reason to go back to the drawing board and make it more powerful with an advanced 255 horsepower V6 engine. More spacious with room for 8 and more intelligent than ever before. Introducing the all-new Honda Odyssey. A great idea made better.
Taco Bell's Zesty Chicken Border Bowl is made right when you order it, so it tastes even better. Grilled all-white meat chicken, hot steaming rice, cool crisp lettuce, and Fiesta salsa. For a freshly prepared meal, think outside the bun.
It's either going to be a singer, a dancer, an actress, an ASPCA agent, a veterinarian, or stop. That's it.
She's going to be a teacher, a singer, or a lawyer. She talks a lot.
What? I don't want to be a lawyer.
But you talk a lot, so you could be good at it.
Ow, stop.
Larry Walker popping this one up to end the 8th inning. Celebrating in Baghdad, Iraq. The Red Sox fans there. And Manny Ramirez digs his way in to start the 9th. From Isringhausen, first pitch. Rolling the long throw for the out. Base is empty for Doug Mientkiewicz, who came in as a defensive replacement for Ortiz in the 7th. Matheny takes over behind the plate after Molina was lifted for a pinch hitter. Dan Shaughnessy of the Boston Globe wrote a piece as Mientkiewicz takes a ball from Isringhausen, talking about while these games are unfolding and while right now the Red Sox are 3 defensive outs away from winning the World Series, how many people across New England are thinking about loved ones who spent their entire lives rooting for the Boston Red Sox, wishing one day they would see them win the World Series. Larry Walker comes in to get it, 2 out. The Red Sox have led from the first batter on, and our Polar Express play of the game. That express off the bat of Johnny Damon. 2 more for Boston in the 3rd inning, and they lead 3-0 here in the top of the 9th. Generations have passed in New England with Red Sox fans not seeing a World Series championship for their beloved Boston Red Sox.
There's Dan.
2 out here in the top of the 9th. Varitek at the plate. What a leader Varitek has been all year. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And it's the ways that the Red Sox have not won the World Series. Taking 4 National League opponents in 46, 67, 75, and 86. Taking 4 to 7 games, and oh, the heartbreak.
Varitek takes a breaking ball for strike 2. The Red Sox fans are celebrating here in St. Louis in the top of the 9th. As Varitek takes ball 2. I've already shown you the Bucky Dent home run in that 1-game playoff against the Yankees in '78. The 1946 World Series. The mad dash in the 8th inning by Enos Slaughter. Here's a 2-2. The 1986 World Series Game 6, the Buckner play. Red Sox would lose in Game 7 as they did last year in the ALCS. The 11th inning home run by Aaron Boone off Tim Wakefield, who has been willing to do any and everything for the Red Sox in his 10 years with the organization. A guy who was signed as a minor league free agent. And although he's made only one short start in this World Series, how valuable was he out of the bullpen in the ALCS with the Yankees this year?
Particularly in Game 3, the game won by the Yankees 19-8 when he ate up innings.
Varitek gets the base hit into left. He's on with 2 out here in the 9th inning. It was December of 1919, after that 1918 World Series victory, that Harry Frazee sold Babe Ruth to the Yankees. But Ruth wasn't the only one to go. Pennock went, Wade Hoyt, Carl Mays, and then the next year Ed Barrow went from the Boston Red Sox organization to the Yankees. And it was with Barrow running that organization that the Yankees built those great teams in the early 1920s. The Red Sox have not won the World Series for 86 years. They lead 3-0 of 3 games to nothing here in Game 4. And that will send Game 4 into the bottom of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Cardinals, trying to do something against the Red Sox pitching. Bottom of the 9th inning. Part of the order coming up for St. Louis. 3-0 Boston.
Wish I could go to California.
Why don't you?
Can't leave all this.
Thank you.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Dakota. With the only V8 under 20,000 and best-in-class torque and towing of over 7,000 pounds, why not take it with you?
To celebrate the opening of the new movie National Treasure, Verizon Wireless invites you to join in. If you sign up now for the Family Share Plan, you get unlimited in-calling for the whole family. Then join in on the hunt for treasure with the $1 bill text-to-win sweepstakes.
Clues to the treasure's location right before our eyes.
Just text the serial number from any dollar bill to the number 8777 for your chance to win $10,000 in treasure. So join the hunt today and win. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you. National Treasure in theaters November 19th.
So, does anybody have anything else to add?
Actually, I do. I'm a member, Kimberly Rhines at AOL.com, and I think that we could monitor kids' chat rooms, and it would be really super if I could get like a report card of my kids' online activity. I want automatic spam blocking and virus blocking and pop-up blocking without me having to do anything.
You got it.
At America Online, when any one of our members has an idea to make the internet better,
okay,
we listen. Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
Johnson, what are you doing here? Didn't I fire you? Didn't I fire you yesterday? Haven't I fired you every day this week?
Kellogg's Raisin Bran Crunch with tasty raisins, crunchy flakes, and honey granola clusters.
I want you out.
It's the Raisin Bran with crunch. Sounds good.
Prepare yourself for an extraordinary evening. Perhaps the most innovative and energetic musical voice today. The genius himself, Mr. Ray Charles.
Experience the story of a lifetime. Ray, rated PG-13, in theaters Friday.
Albert Pujols is getting set to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-0 Boston. Here is the Gillette Mach 3 Power home run hitter, Albert Pujols. This postseason, 6 home runs, 4 in the NLCS, where he was the most valuable player. But against Red Sox pitching in this World Series to this point, he is 4 out of 14 without an RBI. And Keith Foulke comes in to try and close it. Pujols, Rowland, and Edmonds. Anybody gets on, Renteria. Strike one from Foulke. With flash bulbs popping around the park, 1 ball, 1 strike. The combination of Walker, Pujols, Rowland, and Edmonds hitless tonight. That's strike 2. And the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for St. Louis, Pujols, Rowland, and Edmonds, a combined 119 average with 1 RBI and 3 runs scored.
It has been a postseason where ordinary folk has been extraordinary folk.
His 1-2 pitch. Pujols stays up there, hammering at that high fastball.
Keith Foulke giving up 1 run. The home run by Larry Walker last night in a 4-1 Red Sox victory.
Pujols gets it started with a hit. Right through the legs of Foulke. Is that the start the Cardinals need? They need 1 more base runner to have a chance in the 9th.
With Edmonds on deck and Rowland, who is hitless in the World Series, at the plate right now.
Strike 1 to Rowland. There was an at-bat between Rowland and Foulke in game 1. Cardinals had tied the game 9-9. Rowland with the bases loaded and 1 out went after the first pitch and popped up. He's in the hole here, 0-2. The Cardinals would not score again in game 1. Bellhorn hit the 2-run home run in the 8th inning and won it 11-9. So a rematch for Rowland against the Boston closer. Ball 1. Rowland hits it in the air to right center field. Kepler, 1 on, 1 out. Foulke will battle with Jim Edmonds, who he has struck out twice in this World Series. Strike 1. With Pujols taking second, Edmonds fouls it away 0-2. John Henry, the principal owner, Tom Warner, the chairman, seated next to each other in the stands here in St. Louis. Henry on the edge of his seat. Warner is back in his seat. 0-2 on Edmonds. Two down. The Red Sox are 1 out away. Edgar Renteria, 2 out of 3 tonight. The last chance for St. Louis to extend this game. Pujols takes second on ball 1 inside. No stolen base. Back to Foulke. Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions. It has been 86 years. Generations have come and gone. And for the first time since 1918, the Boston Red Sox are champions of baseball. A clean sweep of the St. Louis Cardinals. A dominating effort by the Red Sox in this World Series. And the Red Sox celebrate in the middle of the diamond here at Busch Stadium. We welcome you to the Bank of America postgame show. Let's go down in the middle of that mess to Chris Myers.
All right, Joe, the historic march completed with Johnny Damon. Congratulations, the Red Sox, the idiots, are World Series champions.
Absolutely. I mean, we know we're idiots, we know we're Cowboys, but we also know we're world champions, and we just overcame what a lot of people could not even realize. So I know there's a lot of happy people back home in Boston. That boy, Kev.
Including Kevin Millar. How important was it, given the history, Kevin, to finish it off and not let it go to a 5th game?
I'll tell you right now, man, this is a big-time team we're playing with, a big-time bunch of guys, and I'm so proud just to be a part of this organization, man.
Take us back to 03 Yankees and how it all began and what you guys did to get through there.
Well, we're just so carefree, huh? We kind of were like, okay, let's go out and win Game 4. And then we knew we had Pedro and Schilling going 5 and 6, so we knew we were going to push to the Game 7. We had confidence. We gave the due respect to the other teams, the Yankees, the Cardinals. What a great team. And, you know, we did it.
And for the Red Sox fans, not only in Boston, across, they were watching in Baghdad, Iraq, across the country. What do you say, Kevin?
I'll tell you, thank you for being there, man. We want to do it so bad for the city of Boston to win a World Series with this on our chest. Hasn't been announced in 1918, so rip up those 1918 posters right now.
All right, congratulations. Stephen King is smiling somewhere, Joe, with a happy ending.
Chris, thank you very much. Two guys so instrumental. This entire roster, 1 through 25, off the bat of Renteria, into the glove of Keith Foulke. It had been 86 years. And with that, the Boston Red Sox, led by Terry Francona, win the World Series. touching off a celebration here in St. Louis, throughout New England, and for Red Sox fans around the world. The Red Sox win the World Series, win Game 4 tonight, 3-0. More in a moment.
Billionaire Richard Branson became a
I never thought I would offer anybody.
As one will become president of his entire Virgin World Empire. You heard it right.
Oh, goodness, you certainly did a...
Billionaire premieres Tuesday, November 9th on Fox.
Nothing you've seen, nothing you've heard can prepare you for what happens this season on the OC.
I'm sick to death putting myself on the line for this family and getting nothing. I'm done.
The show that redefined a generation is redefining drama on Thursday nights.
Cheers.
The OC season premiere, Thursday, November 4th on Fox.
Fox Monday. The smash hit Trading Spouses is back on its new night with the most radical switch yet. A debutante from the OC is a fish out of water in Tennessee. And this country gal's confused by her new sensitive California husband.
I need a hug.
Trading Spouses, meet your new mommy. Then, on The Swan, a deaf woman gets the chance of a lifetime.
I can hear everything.
It's the most incredible transformation ever. The Swan, all new. It all starts at 8, 7 Central, Fox Monday.
Tomorrow on Good Day, say goodbye to the float. We'll tell you all about the new check processing system.
Plus, Russell Rhodes test drives the hottest new cars on the road.
And everything you need to be ready for Guavaween.
All on Good Day Thursday.
Chevy is the right truck. No one has more SUV choices, period. And right now...
Derek Lowe, the winning pitcher, 7 strong innings, following up on his masterful performance from Game 7 of the ALCS against the Yankees. Keith Foulke, who was brilliant throughout the postseason, comes on and saves it in the 9th inning. Only 4 hits for the Cardinals on the 2nd consecutive night. Last night they got just the 1 run on Larry Walker's homer. Tonight, Bagel on 4 hits.
We welcome you back to the Bank of America postgame show here in St. Louis, where the Boston Red Sox and those fans who made the trip here celebrate. Let's go down to Jeannie Zalasko.
Well, Joe Buck, thank you very much. Of course, the championship trophy to be given away in mere moments. But first things first, I think we're giving it away here. The Commissioner of Baseball, Bud Selig, to hand out the MVP trophy.
Thank you, Jeannie. The Most Valuable Player Award in the historic 2004 World Series goes to Manny Ramirez. Red Sox in an 8-game winning streak. Manny with a 17-game hitting streak through all this. Manny, it was a tremendous performance. I congratulate you, the most valuable player in the 2004 World Series. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations, sir. Pick up the hardware. So many Boston Red Sox, as we sat up in the press box, so many guys on this team that we could have been handing this hardware to, but a phenomenal season for you, phenomenal postseason. You said unfinished business this season, and you accomplished it.
Exactly, first, it was a lot of negative stuff. I was going to get traded, but, I keep my confidence on myself, and I believe in me, and I did it. I'm just blessed, and, I proved a lot of people wrong. I know I could do this, and thanks God I did it.
You believe in curses, sir?
I don't believe in curse. I think you make your own destination, and we did it. We believe in each other. We went out there, we played relaxed, and we grinded out, and we did it.
What do you say to the Boston Red Sox fans that have waited 86 years for a championship?
We won Alex, but, now I'm in Boston, and I love you guys. You guys are the best.
All right, it worked out pretty well. We'll let you go celebrate with the team, and we will be coming back, Joe, with the championship trophy in just a few moments.
All right, Jeannie, thank you. So many Red Sox fans are here celebrating, and moments ago, Kevin Kennedy had a chance to visit with tonight's starter and winner. How good has Derek Lowe been? Here's Kevin.
Derek Lowe, can you believe this? First time since 1918, and you become the winning pitcher, perhaps the biggest game in your lifetime.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable feeling. This is
tremendous feat. You know, we were 10 days ago. We were down by three games, and we were down by 4-3 against the ultimate closer in Rivera. But we found a way, and I think you saw with Anaheim. You know, when a team gets on a roll, especially in postseason, we feed off each other, and unbelievable. You know, no more going to Yankee Stadium and having listened to 1918. Finally,
I said perhaps the biggest game because you had to pitch a big one to get here first and beating the Yankees in that 7th game.
Yeah, I think just the experience of being for the Red Sox. We've sorry about that. There goes the owner. But pitching in so many big games with this organization, every game gives you more confidence, and today was no different. I got to thank the scouting department and Veritek for having a great game plan.
I know it's a little early, but you pitched the 2 best games of the season in fine fashion. What's the future for you?
I don't know. I'd love to stay in Boston. I've said it long, but Pedro did the same thing last night, and so hope to God we all stay.
All right. Congratulations, Derek. Go celebrate. All right, let's go back to you.
Kevin, thank you very much. The streets of Boston, Massachusetts, as they celebrate up in New England. We continue here in St. Louis and send it once again to Jeannie Zelasco.
Yes, an 8-decade curse of Boston baseball, tormented souls, generation after generation after generation that can rest easy tonight. You've waited a long time for this, so let's not wait any longer. 86 years in the making. The words you wanted to hear from the Commissioner of Baseball, Bud Selig.
Thank you, Jeannie, and congratulations to Larry Lucchino, John Henry, Tom Werner, Theo Epstein, Terry Francona. This was a historic World Series, and I congratulate Red Sox Nation for their patience and for everything. You got a lot to be happy for. Congratulations to the world champion Boston Red Sox.
Let's get the hardware up here. You waited a very long time for this. Mr. Werner, Mr. Henry, Mr. Lucchino, Mr. Epstein, gentlemen, congratulations. Mr. Henry, I will ask you first. You were raised a Cardinal fan. We obviously know where your allegiances lie now, but how does it feel to be at the helm of the team that finally broke the curse?
Well, last week we all watched the greatest comeback in the history of sports, and this week every fan across the country, across the world, in New England especially, all of our fans have waited all their lives for this night, and it's finally here. These guys did it for you, New England.
Mr. Werner, yes, what do you say to these fans that have waited a whole lifetime for this moment?
Well, they've yearned for this, and we know people who are 90 years old who have just said, just one championship before I die. And so this is for them. This is for little leaguers and all across New England. But I also want to thank Theo Epstein and Terry Francona. This organization was remarkable, and they were 11-3 in the postseason, so it was just a remarkable run.
All right, they're making off with the trophy, so let's get down to Mr. Lucchino. I get the feeling that this mission started the night Mr. Boone sent one into the night sky. You got rid of a manager, you brought in a stopper, you brought in a closer. Can you talk about this mission and even the trade of maybe the most popular Red Sox since Ted Williams?
Well, the mission started when we first acquired the team. We knew that the measure of success would be winning a World Series championship. Our fans made that clear to us. And I'd like to take a moment just to congratulate the Cardinals. They had a sensational season. Bill DeWitt and the Cardinals.
Here it comes, sir.
Fabulous season. Oh, no.
Yeah, I was trying to warn you. I was trying to help you. You know what? We've waited 86 years for this. 86 years. What's a little bubbly? Theo, before you were too drenched here, could you have imagined this when you were trailing the Yankees 0-3?
No, it was unbelievable. You don't come back from 3-0 against the Yankees for yourself. You do it for the other 24 guys. These guys care so much about each other. This is what makes it so special. So happy for them.
All right, the questions we all want to know. You got a lot of free agents out here, guys that made a big impact. I know you don't want to hear it. Veritek, Pedro, I mean, I could keep going down the list. What are you guys thinking?
That's a question for another day. Right now, I just want to... Way to go, baby.
Kurt Schilling making his way up here.
We'll deal with that later. Right now, I just want to say congratulations to all the Red Sox fans. Thank you for everything. Go celebrate. We'll do it again next year.
All right, congratulations. All right, Joe, back to you.
All right, Jeannie, thank you. The celebration continues in that clubhouse, and they earned every bit of it, outplaying the Cardinals every facet of the game in this World Series. And in the end, it was a shutout win, only a 4-hitter. Pedro last night, Derek Lowe in the bullpen tonight. And a 4-game sweep by the Red Sox. More after the break from St. Louis.
Scream. You scream.
Popping corks and champagne all over the greater New England area. News conference coverage, post-game coverage, analysis coming back right here on ESPN News.
House of Horror and Arrested Development, Emmy winner
for Square. And right now, it looks like there are at least as many people this time as there were a week ago tonight.
Oh, I think this will continue to grow and grow through the night, and I just hope and pray that it's safer than it was last time. Look, go have a good time. Enjoy something you've never seen before in your lifetime, but please keep it safe.
And this is a little bit earlier when Fox made the presentation of the World Championship Trophy. John Henry, Larry Lucchino, Tom Warner out there, Theo Epstein with...
Get any easier, does it?
No, we didn't set out in spring training to get to this moment to lose. There's absolutely no consolation. We thought we had a club that would give us a chance to play in October. We won 2 series. To get here and get beat, I don't care if it was 4 in a row or 4 out of 7, and we're bitterly disappointed. Congratulate the Red Sox. They outplayed us. Won a great competition, but no, we were not happy to get here.
I know how well you and your coaching staff prepare your players for success. Is there any way to prepare for the momentum the Red Sox carried into this series?
The way we knew they had that going, but we thought we did too. And I mean, I don't know. If the club, and I'm speaking honestly, if the club wasn't ready to play or wasn't prepared, then then I take responsibility. But we just everything that had to be done as far as making a pitch and having an at bat, they did better than we did.
Your offense was the #1 in the National League, scored more runs than anybody. Is it just a case as simple as good pitching, stop good hitting, or is there more to it than that tonight?
I think you almost have to really, be where you are, where you see the tape. I kept trying to watch the tape after the games. I think that a lot of key moments when they had to make a pitch, they did, and we didn't have enough to swing at. But I also think that there were times that we got frustrated. We came off pitches and didn't do as much as we could have. So, like I say, overall, I think we went about it the right way. I mean, I told it, sit inside. In all years, I've never enjoyed a club more than this one. I've enjoyed other ones like this one. It's been a great group to be around, but we didn't get here to lose.
In a 7-game series, there's always a turning point or two. Was a turning point perhaps the mistake on the bases last night?
I think, Kevin, there's probably 2 of them. I think we had a chance to steal the first game, and letting that one get away was huge against us. Kept feeding them, we could have maybe slowed them down some. And then yesterday in that ball game, because we were separating every game, I'd like to have taken the lead, and then you don't know what happens. But what ended up happening by not doing it was ugly.
Tony, you've done a great job here. What's the future for you and for this ball club in the next year?
Well, I know these guys, and they need to recuperate all winter long. But they're so strong between the ears that. In a tough division, I think we'll have a great chance again next year.
Thank you so much for your time, Tony. Good luck next year. All right, let's go back to you.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. A live shot of Boston as they celebrate in the streets. Lansdowne and Ipswich. We go down to Jeannie Zelasco.
Well, as always, there are 2 sides to every story. Terry Francona on the winning side of things. Sir, congratulations.
Thanks, Jeannie. Thanks so much.
We talk so much about your bench, the hair, just, you name it, they're idiots, cowboy up. You know, so many things when you think about this club. What was the difference in this clubhouse?
You know what, as unique as everybody was, they came together as a ball club. Nobody did anything to be different. They all did it as a ball club. And you can ask me a million questions, but when you just saw that picture of those people going crazy, that says it's a lot better than I could.
All right, you said nobody did anything to be different, but there's a guy over there on your left shoulder. Hello, the ankle looked good getting up here. You got it, sir. Congratulations. You win a world championship, I guess the pain doesn't hurt so bad.
No.
You doing okay?
No matter how, I'm doing great. I'm so proud. I'm so happy. I'm happy for the fans in Boston. I'm happy for Johnny Pesky, for Bill Buckner, for Stanley and Schiraldi and all the great Red Sox players who can now be remembered for the great players that they were. And I'm so proud of being on the greatest team that's ever played in Boston Red Sox history.
What does it feel like to be you? Because you came here saying this is what you wanted to do. You love the history of this game. You were on the team that helped break the curse.
Exactly. I was on the team. I was part of this team. I was part of the team that finally did it. From John Henry and Tom Werner to Theo Epstein to Jousey and Galen, our advanced scouts, to the medical staff, all the way through this organization. This was an absolute organizational effort. They put together a championship club, and we went out and we won a championship.
All right, how different is this from your first world championship?
I don't know. I haven't even, that's too much for me to process right now.
All right, finally, I got to ask you. Everyone wants to know if this had to go to a Game 6, would you have been able to go?
I'm going to take the fifth on that. I'm going to go out and drink and enjoy.
Take the fifth, take 2 or 3 days. You got surgery.
Thank you.
Get to surgery. Joe, back to you.
All right, Jeannie, thank you. And our thanks to the guys for sticking around to talk. Amidst their celebration here in St. Louis, Sweet Caroline. They play it at Fenway Park, and we'll play it for you here from St. Louis. Total joy. Final thoughts in a moment from Busch Stadium as the Red Sox are world champs.
Fired up and ready to go. I don't know what the city has planned. I don't know what the date is going to be, what day it's going to be, but there's going to be a parade, which will be the largest parade that this city has ever seen. I can't imagine the amount of the numbers of people that are going to be at this thing because, look, baseball in this city has always been popular, always probably #1. The Patriots have been a great, great story with their championships. But everybody that can remember baseball or played baseball has waited for this moment here in New England.
Let's go back to St. Louis. World Series MVP Manny Ramirez and his wife are at the podium.
Manny, you said in spring training that this was the year, but did you really, truly believe it would come to this?
I did. You know, I went through a lot of drama during the winter, but you know, I keep my mind positive, and I told my wife before the season started, hey, baby, this is going to be my year, you know, this is the year. And we did it, man. We the champ.
Karen, do you have a question?
What does it mean for you to be the MVP of this series?
It means a lot, but, you know, I want to get the ring, and I have it. You know, that's something that nobody's going to take it away from you, you know. When the other stuff, you never know when you're going to get it, but I'm just blessed, you know, to be the MVP and to win a World Series. I think God be blessing me with a lot of stuff, you know, my 2 kids, my wife, everything. I have it all, you know. It's nothing that I can complain about.
Hey, Barry.
It has been 86 years. We've talked about that really from the beginning of the postseason. We did it last year, and we did it again this year, and certainly from the beginning of this World Series. I'm Joe Buck. That's Tim McCarver. And one guy I want to talk about first is Terry Francona and the job that he did managing this group. They like to call themselves idiots, but they're not idiots. This is a group that from 1 to 25 on that roster, Terry Francona used brilliantly to get to this point.
A first-year manager that, just like Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops, he can